Hey guys and gals, thanks for stopping by and taking a look at another lesson. Today's lesson is going to be based on this idea I kind of came up with to use as a warm-up. And when I do warm-ups, a lot of times I like to use both things that work out my hands and my feet simultaneously. So I find a good way to do that is to create an ostinato with my feet and then play something over the top. So for this lesson, really all I did was take a samba pattern, right? And so a general samba is something like this with the feet. Okay, it's usually faster than this, but this is more like a bossa nova tempo. But this is not the whole point of this exercise. Okay, and I got a little tambourine guy there, so hope that doesn't annoy you too bad. But anyway, so this is the pattern you're going to play with your feet, and I'm thinking of this in terms of 16th notes. So it's like this: 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1. And for all you purists out there, when you think of a samba feel, you generally think of it in cut time because it's so fast. Okay? Think of it like 1, 2, 1, right? 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. But we're not worried about that. We're not going to play it that fast. This is just a warm-up exercise, okay? So that's what you're going to do with your feet. 1, 2, right? Okay? All right. And I don't care, you do whatever speed you want, but just make sure it's clean when you're playing it around the kit. So what you're going to do with your hands is you're going to play a pattern that makes up a bar 4/4, and then a pattern that makes up a bar 3/4. So if you take the hands away, it's going to be like this: 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1. Okay, right? So the pattern for the bar 4/4 is going to be a group of 7, another group of 7, and a group of 2. Okay? So the pattern is going to be leading with your left, and for now I'll just play it on the snare drum. It's going to be I'm really pronouncing the accents there so you can really hear those subdivisions. It won't be as much when we move it around the kit, and we'll play at different dynamic levels. But think of it as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 1. 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1. So it's a bar 4/4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so that's going to be the pattern. What you're going to do is you're going to move that around the kit. You're going to move your right hand to the floor tom, okay? And for this is the example I like, but you can do whatever you want as far as the voicings. And so the pattern is going to be like this. Okay? So together, it'd be like this, slow. Up, didn't I? Da, 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 da. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Okay, so that's what you play. A little faster. Okay, so that's the first part of it. That's the bar of 4/4. Take as much time with this as you want. It'll come easier to some people than others. And honestly, if you just want to work on the feet for a while, you can. If you just want to work on the hands for a while, you can. Maybe even write it out, okay? So take that pattern and play that pattern over it, right? Ah! Okay? All right, so take your time with that, and we'll move on to the next measure. Okay, so for the next part of this exercise, right? This exercise in warming up, I had mentioned that it's going to be a bar 3/4, right? So it's going to be 12 16th notes. So we're going to do is we're going to do a grouping of 7, which we've already done, and then a grouping of 5, okay? And I turned the snare drum off for this one to see what it sounds like, so that's why you'll have a different tone on the snare. So remember the 7 part is, it's the 16th notes, but the 7 sticking is, right? Okay, which is 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, okay? Well, the 5 is just going to be this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so together it'd be like this. So if you're thinking of the quarter notes, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, pattern. 1, 2, 3, 1. You're back to 1, right? So with the feet together, it'd be like this. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Okay? So that's what the sticking is. So that combination is going to give you a bar of 3/4. So work on that by itself, get comfortable with both those bars, and then next we're going to put them together. Okay, guys and gals, so now we're going to see what it sounds like together. So we're going to play the bar of 4 and then the bar of 3, okay? And it's going to be like this. We'll start out slow. That's the pattern, right? And I can tell you, for me, to be able to count those quarters while I'm doing that is another level of independence, right? From being able to verbalize that. Okay, so now we're going to play this a little quicker, and we're going to have our snare drum off during this example as well. Here we go. Okay, so there it is. Hopefully you got something out of that, and take the time, work out the feet, work out the hands, work the first measure, second measure. I really do hope you get something out of this. Until next time, thanks for stopping by.